A North Dakota bank looks to be poking fun at the extreme weather that's about to hit us. Take a look at that temp on the Town and Country Credit Union sign in Minot. Technically, it is wrong at 196 below zero, but it kind of feels like it out there, doesn't it? A spokesperson for the credit union says a sensor on the sign is actually damaged and they are working on getting it fixed. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for waking up with the Valley today. I'm Lisa Bedeau. Jordan has the morning off. We're just getting started with nonstop news and weather to the top of the hour to help you plan your Tuesday. And that includes sleeping in for a lot of kids. It doesn't happen too often, but this week temperatures and wind chills will be so bad that dozens of school districts in the Valley are closing their doors and keeping kids home. Classes and many extracurricular activities are canceled today at most schools, and some officials have already called off class for tomorrow. The governors of both North Dakota and Minnesota announced yesterday that they would leave the decisions to close up to local school officials. The Fargo and West Fargo school districts don't have a set temperature when it comes to closing schools. Officials say instead they look at several different factors.
Frostbite, extreme cold temperatures, being exposed to the cold, potentially any miscommunication about pickup or drop-off times. Students that live in the rural areas that commute to school and their own vehicles breaking down. Any trouble that we may have with our buses in the rural areas. Those are all things to take in consideration.
Fargo and West Fargo school officials will decide later today whether or not to close tomorrow, too. But back to today. Let's get a check of our storm team forecast to see what we can expect as the day goes on.
Now, today is when it all begins. We're already well down below zero, and this is going to last here. Here's the latest on our polar plunge. Below zero temperatures lasting through Friday. Our air temperatures could get as cold as the low 40s below zero through tomorrow morning, and our wind chills down to the 60s below tomorrow morning as well, with record lows possible and record cold highs too. Some of us may not climb above 20 below for days, a couple of days here in the Valley, and we're down there now. Up in the Northern Valley, we're at 21 below currently in Grand Forks. It's 26 below in Roseau, 17 below in Fargo. And our wind chills, we're into the 30s to 40s below zero in the Southern Valley. And Northern Valley, many of us reporting 50 below at this point in time. And again, can't stress enough how dangerous this is for exposed skin. You can freeze in a matter of minutes in these kind of wind chills. So make sure that you're layering up, dress in those warm, loose layers, and that you're covering up through the day today. Everything that you possibly can cover up here if you're going to be heading outdoors at all. Our visibility, we're looking at some numbers that are low, less than 5 miles for a good portion of the valley here because of that strong wind ushering in that colder air. We're looking at 30-mile-per-hour gusts in Grand Forks, Fargo at 21-mile-per-hour steady speed. So there's some blowing snow that's getting picked up here, and you can see some of that on your radar, close to the radar site here, and that's actually happening throughout the valley. So that leads to hazards on the roadway. We have a winter weather advisory in effect for today for the blowing snow, low visibility, icy roads, and that's big trouble for anybody who gets stuck out in that or has an issue, maybe a slide off, because temperatures are going to be so cold. Make sure you stay with your vehicle, gas, a full tank of gas, your phone fully charged here if you're going to be traveling today, and let people know of your travel plans too. So as we head through the day, we'll watch those temperatures slide. Warmest time of the day, or what should be the warmest time of the day, temperatures in the 20s below. These pink numbers, those are your wind chills down into the 50s below as we head into tonight. And check out what happens as we get into tomorrow morning. 30s to 40 below here in the valley, and those wind chills down into the 60 below range. So just brutal. As we head through the day, Wednesday, it's going to be our coldest day of the stretch. Even Thursday morning going to be tough. Gradually we work our way out of this on Friday with a high of 10 degrees and better for the weekend. But this is going to be tough. Make sure you're doing what you can to stay warm and just stay put. And if you don't have to travel, better just to stay home. Let's check in now with Al for an update on traffic.
Good morning, Lisa. Good morning, everyone. We're on Interstate 94 westbound right now. I drove out to Highway 336 on Highway 10 and then Interstate 94 back into town. And a fair amount of ground drifting. In fact, we're going to call it heavy ground drifting this morning. It seems to be dry, blowing clear of the roads for the most part, but there are a few finger and pillow drifts that are forming out there as well. So make sure you're looking out for them. We also have a stalled van a delivery van of some sort out on westbound Interstate 94, just west of the Minnesota Scales. So make sure you're looking out for that. As I pull into town, I'm seeing wheel tracks forming, and I have to tell you, I hope this isn't going to be an indication of what we dealt with yesterday, but it certainly feels like it. Feels like we're fairly slippery driving around in town on the interstate. You're going to want to look out for that. There's plenty of snow buildup on the ramps as well, so look out for that as well. Streets in town are slippery. Make sure you are driving extra carefully today. Al Ahmed, Valley Today traffic. And what day is it today? It's Tuesday, Taco Tuesday at Taco John, so lay the day.
We're also keeping an eye on flights out of the valley again this morning. Our latest check shows one early morning flight out of Fargo was canceled and one was delayed. An early flight out of Grand Forks was also delayed. A North Dakota woman is going to prison for 4 years for faking adoptions of Native American children. Betty Jo Krenz of Woodworth was sentenced for a theft of property charge in a case referred to as an adoption scam. Krenz entered an Elford plea, which means she acknowledges there was enough evidence to be convicted of the crime, but did not admit to the crime. Families say Krenz used her background as a Spirit Lake social worker to produce fake adoption papers. Investigators found that there had been several instances where Krenz promised a baby for adoption, but had failed to follow through. North Dakota's Republican-led House has approved legislation that would require abortion providers to tell women undergoing drug-induced abortions that they could still have a live birth if they change their mind. Supporters of the bill say doctors can give a woman the hormone progesterone to stop an abortion after she's taken the first of 2 medications needed to complete the abortion. The American Congress of Obstetricians and Gynecologists, though, says there's no medically accepted evidence that a drug-induced abortion can be interrupted. Abortion rights groups say the legislation amounts to providing misinformation to women. The bill was approved 73-16 yesterday and now goes to the Senate. Some lawmakers in North Dakota are pushing for a bill that would mandate businesses with more than 50 employees to offer paid family leave. Under the proposal, a person could have 12 weeks of coverage every calendar year and would make 66% of their wages. The bill also has a section protecting workers from retaliation for using or requesting the leave. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi has officially invited President Trump to deliver his State of the Union address in the House chamber next Tuesday. During the partial government shutdown, Pelosi cited security concerns and told the president she wanted to wait until the government reopens. The president has accepted the speaker's invitation. The Smithsonian Museums and the National Zoo are expected to reopen today. This comes after the nation's longest shutdown ended on Friday. For 35 days, attractions like the Smithsonian and National Zoo were not open to visitors. Workers weren't around to keep the premises in pristine condition, but it will be business as usual today. A Fargo woman wants other people to watch out for a food delivery service that she thinks is suspicious. Lindsay Miller says she ordered through DoorDash, but then got a message from the delivery driver saying her credit card was declined. Miller called the restaurant and spoke with the manager, who told her they never gave DoorDash permission to put them on their website. Turns out DoorDash has an F rating from the Better Business Bureau. We also reached out to DoorDash and got a statement that says, in part, anyone not interested in being on DoorDash will be immediately removed from the platform upon their request. The big games this Sunday. The Patriots and the Rams will be going head-to-head to see who will become the 2019 Super Bowl champs. And to get ready for the big party, the Valley Today's Abby Furchner joins us live from Family Wellness. Good morning, Abby.
Well, good morning, Lisa. What's a Super Bowl without all the delicious food? And so I'm here with Nicole Auckland, who is the Wellness Education Manager here at Family Wellness. And we've been making up some really fun and easy recipes to just really top off that Super Bowl party.
I think so. I think we got the teams covered.
We have a New England Patriots clam chowder. Yeah. And I think what's nice about this is it's so easy, so you can really make a big pot full of it.
Yes, this would be super easy to keep just kind of on the stove all day.
Oh, and it's so good. And then we also have this dip that I was Oh my gosh, I've been snacking on it all morning now.
It's reduced quite a bit right here, hasn't it? Yeah, the Mexi corn dip. That's our LA Rams feature. Yep.
And once again, this was super easy to just all dump into a bowl.
Yep. And you could make this one the night before too. So
Oh,
that would be
that's super
super,
nice.
super easy for you.
And then dessert's my favorite. And I think what I was most shocked about this morning is that spread's actually tofu.
It is. Yep, we replaced a cream cheese, which is in your typical fruit spread for fruit pizza, with a tofu. We surprised you.
You did.
Little orange zest kind of covers everything up. We thought maybe lemon zest would work too.
Ooh, that would be delicious. And then you can jazz it up and have cookies, or you could even do the apple slices, which once again surprised me about how good it was.
Yep, and you spend some time decorating for your favorite team. The kids can get involved. It's a good fun activity too.
And I love how all of these do feature the teams that are going to be playing on Sunday at the Super Bowl, and you can really dress it up the way you want. And of course, we'll have all of these recipes on valleynewslive.com.
Sounds great. Abby Furchner reporting live for us this morning. Thank you. Okay, let's get our answer now to our question of the morning on Facebook. When asked to describe themselves, 90% of Americans said this. The answer, shy. You can take part in our question of the morning every weekday morning by heading to our Valley News Live Facebook page. I like the answer cold because that makes sense for today.
I think that applies to everybody.
Yes.
It's going to be frigid out there. Definitely make sure that you are doing what you can to stay warm. 17 below our current temperature in Fargo. It just keeps dropping and will continue to even after daybreak. 21 below in Grand Forks. Check out these wind chills though. 53 below Langdon, Hallock, Baudette. It's 50 below in Grand Forks right now and a wind chill of 45 below in Fargo. We've got some strong winds blowing out of the north. So not only is it hazardously cold out there, but we also have some blowing snow and low visibility. So again, a tough day today, and this is going to last.
Okay. The Today Show and CBS This Morning are just about to start, but the Valley Today continues right now on the Fargo CW.